Hey guys, it's Maestro here, and welcome back to another episode of Hypixel Alert. Man, it's been such a long time since the camera was working, and it's only working for today. I mean, I don't know if it's going to break again, so at least we've got it for now. But you guys, this episode is actually going to be a little bit different. Normally, in an episode of Hypixel Alert, I'll cover like 6 to 8 stories in an average episode, but in this episode, I'm going to cover a lot more than that, and the difference is, instead of going really in-depth about each story, I'm just going to give you guys an overview of all the stories, and then let me know what you guys think of that style after watching this episode in the comments below. Now, starting off our news this week, we've got a really great story, and this one is a Skyblock update. And it all started when the official Hypixel Network Twitter tweeted out, saying a new player list is officially live in Skyblock. You can now see more than just who's in your lobby, including stats and event info. And this link takes you to the forum post that is official about this update, titled Skyblock Patch 0.9.5, Player List, item frames, and bug fixes. Now, the new main feature in this update is the improved tab list. Normally you see like 70 to 100 people in tab, but now they've actually changed tab to where you see a bunch of other useful information. So of course you still have the players and who's in the lobby, but now you have things like server info and account info and all kinds of really cool stuff. And this also applies to dungeons as well, as you can see here, including other players' stats, dungeon stats, even your party. Now, also in this update is a new menu known as the effects menu, which can be accessed using /effects. And this, as you guys can probably expect, gives you a list of all the current potion effects on your account, so that's pretty cool, and it also will sort by the most soon to expire. So if you've got 1 minute left on one potion, that one's going to show up at the top. Now, along with this, finally in this update, item frames are something they say are kind of finicky and they're glitchy and you might even lose some items, but now they have completely changed that to where you can actually use them. And Hypixel once again has done something nobody thought of doing, and they've literally added a GUI for item frame. Pretty cool though, I've got to say. And of course, as always, in any forum post, there is a lot of bug fixes. So if you're interested in this forum post, the link will be in the description as always. But you guys, while we're talking about updates, we've got another one this week in Skyblock. Yeah, they released 2 this week, and this one it's kind of small, but it's also a big deal. Now you guys, before we get into our next story of the news, I wanted to let you know that this episode is sponsored. And before you click like 10 seconds in the future, because I know everybody does it and you've probably already done it. Nope, no one's even listening to me anymore. I could give away my YouTube password and nobody would know it because nobody's watching this sponsor. I'm just kidding, you guys. Anyway, this episode is sponsored by Odyssey Builds once again, the same company that sponsored me a while ago, but this time they've got something different. They've actually released a server known as Recharge PvP, and this server's got a lot of features. They said I don't need to mention it all, but I'm gonna mention everything because I'm going all out here. So apparently Season 2 of Skyblock on this server just started, and it includes a bunch of things like unique permissions on the island, 5 sub-islands you can unlock. Each sub-island has a unique perk like rare ore spawn rates, etc., hourly automated PvP events, $300 PayPal rewards, that's some pretty good cash, a custom warp system, warp pads, custom minions, a custom shop, custom crates, custom everything on this server apparently. And they also have a kit PvP realm apparently with 10 different kits, 3 different power-ups, and 3 different maps which change every half hour. So as you guys can tell, there is a lot in this server. So here's the IP once again if you are interested. I hope you guys will enjoy the server. More info will be in the description. And with that, let's get back to the news. Inventive Talent made a forum post titled 0.9.6 Iron Man game mode. And before you ask, in case you don't know what it is, no, it has nothing to do with Marvel. I literally do not know why it has that name, but for whatever reason, the actual idea of this game mode is to be around other players, but you can't interact with them really at all. You can't trade with other players, the auction house doesn't exist, the bazaar doesn't exist, you can't drop items and have other people pick them up. It's a very different style of game mode, where basically you are on your own to do everything in Skyblock, unless you're in a co-op. So I've got to say, this is a really cool mode. In fact, here is a list you can see of all the different things that are changed / removed in this mode. So I'm sure this is probably going to be a really great thing for any YouTubers out there who want to play and make sure for a fact that they don't get contraband in any way. This is a really cool idea, and honestly, I've never really gotten into Skyblock, but it seems personally something like I might get into. I really do love this, and I hope there's more modes in the future. And you guys, for our third and final forum update this week, Yeah, Hypixel did a lot in the last 7 days, but ladies and gentlemen, this one is probably my favorite forum post to cover every single week on the Hypixel network, and that is no exaggeration. This week, Silent made a forum post titled Spooktacular Halloween 2020, saying Halloween has arrived at Hypixel with a terrifyingly fun minigame. And as always, there's a ton of stuff in these updates. Of course, there's new minigames and stuff, there's achievements, they've got the new lobby revamped, it's really cool. Ironically, the first thing that Hypixel mentioned is a new sale going on, so they want you to know you'll get a discount on anything you buy. Along with this, of course, they've got the new minigame, Halloween Simulator, and it's basically Grinch Simulator. They've just renamed it and changed up the theme a little bit. Along with this, the main lobby, as always, has got to be revamped, and as usual, the build team did an incredible job, as you can see here. Just outstanding work. They never cease to amaze me. Along with this, there are some map revamps as well for games like Skywars, Murder Mystery, Bed Wars, etc. Really great stuff, and of course, make sure to go play those if you haven't already. There's like a low chance to get them, but hey, it's worth it once you do. And quick note, I'll say, I played a game of Skywars last night, and I got into one of these Halloween maps, and then it notified me that it was a spooky game, which basically meant that all the mid loot was really whack. There was all kinds of really weird items like a sharpness 6 hoe. I don't know, you guys, there is a lot in this forum post. And lastly, there is a lot of Halloween achievements, so if you guys grind achievements, you've got a lot of work to do. I don't know about you guys, but I personally love the Halloween update. The Hypixel team always does such a great job. It's really interactive, really fun, and if you haven't gotten the chance to see it for yourself, you've got to do that soon because it is really good stuff. And now, you guys, for our milestones this week, we've got a lot, but normally I go through all the tweets and what happened. This time, I'm going to give you guys an overview. Starting us off this week, a Bed Wars YouTuber known as Manhal IQ, he hit 30,000 subscribers, and he also appears to be doing a face reveal. Along with him, Omicron and RU Madlol both got verified this week. YouTube, if you're watching this, I would also appreciate a verification. Along with this, you guys, Target3dGaming hit 200,000 subscribers. And for our final two milestones this week, a YouTuber known as KSG, who covers the Dream SMP, well, he got the YouTube rank, and along with him, a Bed Wars YouTuber known as Luka1p, he also got the YouTube rank. So big congratulations to all of you guys, keep up the good work, and there you have it, you guys. We just went through like 6 milestones in literally less than a minute, so hopefully you guys enjoy that style a little bit more. We interrupt this broadcast to let you know that only a small portion of the people watching this are staying up to date on what's happening in the Hypixel network. Do you want to miss the Hypixel news? I didn't think so. Make sure you're subscribed so I can keep you informed. And with that, let's get back to the news. Bed Wars got a huge update. Now, this update only really concerns people who are Bed Wars sweats, because this week, the colors to the prestige Bed Wars stars got changed. As you guys can see, in the first 1,000 stars, nothing got changed, but from 1,100 to 3,000, all the colors are completely different now. Gotta say, some really cool stuff there. This probably applies to like 1% of Hypixel, if that, but to those 1%, you guys are probably having a really good day. And speaking of people this week who got a new update to their name/rank, this week, there was a huge staff wave. Here are a couple screenshots you guys can see of the new moderation wave on Hypixel. I'm sure you guys will do great, and welcome to the Hypixel team. And now, you guys, for our final story this week, this one is a really it's one that's been taking over Hypixel completely over the last 7 days. You guys already know what this is about. The huge Hypixel bot problem. You guys probably already know what I'm talking about, because if you've played Hypixel over the last week, you've probably gotten an invite by some random player who told you to go send hate to this video. And if you have, that's why I'm here. It's not just you who got a party invite. This has been taking over Hypixel. In fact, as you guys can see, a lot of people have been making forum posts about it, and there's even been videos on this popping up as well. It's a pretty big deal. Now, all the bots do the exact same thing. They mass invite tons of people, and then they tell them to send hate to this specific video. When you click on it, it sends you to a Bed Wars video, and then from there, you're on some guy's YouTube channel. And that YouTuber is IZSG. Now, one video that was actually made on this whole situation of all these bots inviting people and sending hate to this video from a player known as Strobed. Now, he actually went in depth into these bots. He did a lot of research. It's really well done. on, and ladies and gentlemen, he is personally accusing IZSG of being the culprit of these bots, saying he is the one responsible for having them set up and doing this in the first place. For one thing, he says that these bots are doing the exact opposite of what they're telling people to do, because if they're sending hate, IZSG gaining tons of views and subscribers is anything but that. And so if someone is so dedicated as to try to send this guy hate, they would have to be really naive to not notice they're doing the exact opposite, and not to mention this is a lot of work. Now, I did try to reach out to IZSG for a statement on this, but unfortunately, he does not have any kind of Instagram or Twitter that I can message and talk to him about this. So if you want to see Strobed's video on the situation, I will be leaving a link to it in the description, and I've got to say it's kind of incriminating, but let me know what you guys think in the comments below. But overall, the problem is, he isn't even the only one with this whole bot thing going on. Another user made a video of a different bot that's inviting people and then sending Discord links. It appears that Hypixel, for some reason, over the last week, has had a lot of bots just on the network that are inviting people and doing this type of stuff. So hopefully, Hypixel will find a way to fix this. I assume one way they could do it is probably using code that can track what users are constantly repeating the same actions, like partying people and then typing a certain exact message every single time. That's probably pretty easy to track, so hopefully Hypixel can do that pretty soon. And you guys, to finish off the news this week, I saved our best story for last, even though it's not too much of a story, it's just something that's really cool. An official build team member known as Adamwho made a YouTube video this week showing a time-lapse of how the Hypixel Skyblock dungeon was made. So you guys, it is really cool. I do recommend it. The link will be in the description along with everything else that I've covered in this video. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for the news this week. I hope you've enjoyed it. Of course, if you're new here once again and you want to stay up-to-date on the Hypixel news, then I do recommend subscribing to the channel so I can keep you informed on everything going on. And with that, you guys, whew, a lot happened this week on Hypixel. I hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching this episode of the news. And with that, Hypixel Alert, now over 115,000 subscribers. And I will see you next time.